These women are preparing the soil for the new harvest of maize. By making ridges with their hoes, they can then begin to plant the maize. Maize is so important to the people of Malawi, and this is the process of how maize gets from seed to their mouths. The young girls help their mothers, aunties and grandmothers to take the corn off the cobs. Nothing here goes to waste. These cobs will be thrown into many compost piles within the village, which will then be used on the field as a natural compost. They are also sometimes used to make scrubbing brushes that can either be sold in the local market or used at home. Once separated, the maize is left on the large grass mats to dry out in the sun. The next stage is pounding the maize in a mortar, which is called mtondo. By doing this, women are separating the husks from dried out maize. Now the maize can be sieved. By doing this, the husks are removed from the maize and it is almost ready for cooking with. Meanwhile, the leftover husks will be enjoyed by the village animals. Alternatively, the maize can be grinded up mechanically in a maize mill. However, it does come at a small price and means a lot of walking with sacks of maize. It is a very loud and messy job. Here, the women start their journey home from the mill. Back in Mpamba village, Estri is back from school. She is walking down to the dimba to fetch water so that she can cook the maize flour. A dimba is a vegetable garden that is grown in an area where water is available. There is no borehole in the village for collecting self-drinking water. This is also where the village collects the water for cooking and for drinking. This is the family kitchen where Estri cooks her maize flour over a fire. In Chichewa, this flour is called ufa. The ufa is slowly added to the water, which we call Maize. By stirring them together over the fire, we begin to make the staple dish of Malawi, known as nsima. It is eaten throughout the country as it is very cheap to produce and fills the stomachs of hard-working people. Before serving the nsima, hands and bowls must be washed. Now the nsima is finished and ready to be served. Just like children in England, these kids love more than anything to play games. So the school has finished and their jobs are done, they love to play. Like many villages in Malawi, Pamba has no electricity, and so the children must find other ways of occupying themselves. This game is called nguli, and it is played by boys all over Malawi. The spinning top is carved from wood, and the whip is made from sisal. The children here live difficult lives. Many of them are born with serious illnesses, and as you can see, they often only have one set of clothes. This is why these games are so important in keeping the children happy. In Malawi, whether people are playing, eating or working, they love to laugh. These jokers are defiantly keeping these kids happy. When there are no toys about to play with, the games carry on. Here they take it in turns to break through each other's arms. The girls generally prefer to dance and sing. This is a similar dance to the one played at the school. Once again, when the boys get the time to relax, they will often be found playing football together. There are no footballs in this area like the ones you find at home. Instead, they make them by collecting old plastic bags and either tying them with string or melting the outer layers together. In this way, when the ball begins to fall apart, they simply add another layer of bags and melt it again. When I drink it, I don't disturb anybody. I tumble sometimes. I always stay on my feet. I throw up sometimes. I always clean up my mess. This game is called Ndado. Working together is the only way for Pamba to function. It is such a close community that it resembles the family more than a village. Here the boys have cut down bamboo so that one of the men in the village can mend his roof. Along with the bamboo, all of the other materials that go into making these houses are all produced locally and naturally. Surrounding the houses are numerous compost heaps, such as this one. This is the village headman churning the soil so that it will be ready for applying on the field. Often the animals are seen wandering about freely, but occasionally they must be kept in a pen so that they don't wander too far. For Malawians to be able to work in the fields, there is nothing more important than a hoe, and a family without one is considered to be poor. When couples marry, it is one of the most important gifts that they are given in the region as a symbol of the man, to make him understand life depends on a hoe. This old man is fixing his hoe by heating up the metal in the fire so that he can join it back into the handle. Then he's ready to work again.